This way. Hello, Ashes Nation. Killer Cactus here with a surprise stream. It was nice enough today, or I wasn't nice enough. Plaid Hat Games, I should say, it was nice enough to send me something pretty cool in the mail, which is a early copy of the Ashes Ashes Ascendancy Starter Set. I believe it is in this box. So I have intern number 2, Shooter McGavin, here to help me unbox this.
Sure.
So we're going to do a cracking unboxing of Ashes Ascendancy. Shout out to the Bardic Broadcast. If you've never heard of him, you should check out his channel. If you ever played the game Hero Quest, you need to stop what you're doing immediately after the stream is over. Go to YouTube and search the best thing about Hero Quest and watch his video on that. You will not be disappointed.
After you do that, you need to immediately go to your nearest store and buy Hero Quest immediately.
It's just, if for no other reason, so you can replace all of your furniture in your house with Hero Quest furniture. Anyway, so we have not opened this yet, so let's see what's in this box.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Open it up.
Ooh.
Ah, there it is.
There it is. Packing taper.
Ashes Ascendancy in all of its glory.
All of its beautiful glory.
See if you can go up there a little bit here. It's pretty glary.
It is very glaring.
Got some glare here, but there's the box. Back side.
If y'all can't read that,
Man, it's just that glare on the light sucks.
the glare sucks.
That's the back here. We're still in the cellophane, so let's go ahead and take this up. Let's open this up.
All right. So basically, I'm going to be the one opening things, and Killer Cactus is going to be the one talking about it.
And we'll see about that. You're going to have trouble, I guess.
Probably. No, let's stick around here just a sample.
Yeah, this is just the sample starter set. I do believe the cards are final now, but
Just check with it.
a game by Nick Conley. Good old Nick. Keeping the Ashes train moving.
All right, let's open it.
Oh, it's tight. Box is tight. She was having trouble with it.
Rapid shake. There we go.
There we go.
Got a rulebook.
Ashes Ascendancy Rulebook. Let's take a look. Flip through there.
PvP
This way so we
quick
can
starter
see.
guide.
Yeah, this is the PvP Quick Start Guide. So there is a comprehensive rulebook down here. That's what this is below. But the Quick Start Guide here is pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah, there's the 2 new dice types. You forgot about those.
Absolutely. 2 new dice types. Astral dice, the purple ones. Artifact dice, or Artifice dice, or the blue or the green blue. Obviously, if you don't know already, the deck comes with 2 complete starter decks ready to play with 2 new Phoenixborn, Aaron Frostpeak and Issa Brightmore. Aaron's deck completely made up of Astral Magic, and Issa's deck completely made up of Artifice Magic. So Aaron on your left, Issa on the right.
Okay.
So it tells you here, a little bit about each of the Phoenixborn, how to prepare your deck, how to get set up for the game, roll your dice, how to set up your battlefield. I'm not going to go through all these. You can read them if you're not familiar with Ashes or the PvP mode, which is mainly what I play. I'm not a big PvE guy, but we'll still talk about the Dragonborn in here. And this kind of walks through a few turns even through the game. So, trying to get you actually all the way through turn 5, it looks like here.
Wow.
In this game. So turn 6, even further. Yeah, this goes all the way through like a whole game of Issa versus Aaron. So if you're new to the game, new to PvP, check this out, read through here if you want to understand how to play PvP Ashes.
Look it up on the internet.
Here is the comprehensive rule book. It says Ashes Ascendancy here across the top. I know it's glary right there. But this, I would expect, will go through all the rules of the game, both PvP and PvE. Talks about how to use this rule book. There's the awesome art. of one of the new units here in this set. Goes through the anatomy of all the cards. Talks about the different Dragonborn cards. So Dragonborns are going to be a new enemy for us to face. We're done with the Chimera. We're going to start fighting against Dragonborn, who are a little bit more like Phoenixborn, but still an adversary that is automatically controlled. This talks about their aspects and behavior cards in the deck. Again, how to set everything up, player rules of the Dragonborn setup, all the turn phases here, how each types of cards work and how you pay costs.
Yep,
all the wound tokens.
Wound tokens.
Yeah, it goes through the rules really in depth and detail here. Nick's rulebooks are always very good. He's, I know, a pretty passionate guy about rulebooks.
There's a QR code there if you want to scan that.
Yeah, what is that for? Scan to learn how a Chimera opponent differs from a Dragonborn. So if you're used to playing PvE on the Red Rain cycle with all the different Chimera, they have a site right here you can link to see how playing a Dragonborn is a bit different than the Chimera. So if you're into that, check that out.
Yep.
There's some advanced timing things here. And then it gets right into how you deck build, what comes in each of the pre-constructed decks in this set. So each deck will come with 10 unique cards, for 10 for Aaron and 10 for Issa. One of those cards will be Phoenixborn specific. So actually there's 10 cards, 3 copies of each. So 30 card deck for each Phoenixborn. Issa's Brilliant Display is unique just to her only. And Aaron's Astral Strike, Aerial Strike is unique to him.
And Pandora the Panda says, yo, number one.
Hey, Fred. Or Pandora, I think that's Fred, Pandora the Panda. How's it going, man?
Congratulations on being number 1.
And then the glossary of all the terms. So the rulebook's nice. It's easy to work, easy to use. Check that out.
In case you guys want to see the new tokens.
So here are the cardboard tokens.
Cardboard tokens.
If you got a couple sheets of these. If you got the all-in Kickstarter backing, then you'll get the premium tokens. But we do have wound tokens with 1s and 5s on the backs and some 10s and 20s for your Dragonborn. We have a bunch of exhaustion tokens here, status tokens. These +1 tokens, which are new, right, to Ascendancy, yeah. I believe are going to be related to the Dragonborn.
Probably.
We got a first player token here. Actually, 2.
We got a QR code.
Yeah, there's another. What's this QR code for?
Ashes dice.
Ashes dice.
More dice.
This is for the dice rolling app. So there is. I don't know if we can see this a little closer here. Now, probably not with the glare of the light.
We do not have a sponsor.
Can you do it like that?
We are not sponsored.
Ashes has a dice rolling app that you can use. So this makeshift first player token here has a QR code you can scan to go to the app.
Dura says popping out new tokens is one of life's simple pleasures.
I would certainly agree.
Agreed.
It is fun. We're not going to pop them out just yet, but
not yet. We'll save that for the end.
Hopefully this weekend, Kyle's going to come over, I think, and we're going to play a couple games, PvP games at least, with Issa versus Aaron, just to make use of the cool thing that Plaid had sent us.
And let's get moved on to
obviously we'll stream that.
Let's get moved on to the rest of the stuff.
So that's the tokens. Let's see. Here we have
the Dragonborn board.
Yeah, we have a Dragonborn board. So if you bought the PvE Red Rain cycle, the very first one, the Corpse of Vyros, it came with a Chimera board that you could use to set up the Chimera. So this one is for the Dragonborn. It's very similar. So we've got
the dice table things.
Yeah, your Dragonborn here. The Dragonborn card itself. We have the Dragonborn dice here. There's spots for tokens. I'm guessing these are those +1s, but I'd have to read. I haven't read up on that yet. Draw pile, discard pile, the behavior deck, and ready spells. So the Dragonborn actually will have ready spells, which will be a change. The Chimera didn't have those. They've had behavior and ultimate cards. But this board looks pretty cool. There's also like a little status token symbol right here. If you guys can see that.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not sure what that means, but it's like status token 1 across the dice.
What are these?
Those are the Dragonborn dice. Don't get ahead of me. We'll have to read up on that. But since Shooter's already digging into the dice, let's check these out.
So there's the Dragonborn dice, and this is the Astral dice.
So yeah, let's look at the Dragonborn dice first. So here's the Dragonborn dice. They're pretty shiny, pretty cool gold color. Comes with a dragon head. Again, I don't know how this, we're going to see this here. It's going to be really glary. There's the dragon head, so that must be the power side.
You guys need to see all three.
The crown is a class side. It has the basic side as well. There are only, two basics, 3 class, 1 power. So just like a normal Ashes die, you get 5 of these for your Dragonborn.
And then these are what the Astral dice look like. There's the basic.
You got a little higher, bud.
Class.
So here's the Astral dice, and you can see that. They're cool purple. There's our class symbol.
Looks like the...
And our power symbol is the owl, which we've known these. We've seen them in the spoilers and stuff, but still cool to have the dice.
Okay, next to the dice.
Up there. So here's all 10 Astral dice. Put these back in the box.
Moving on to the...
Luke's getting out the Artifice dice. I'm really interested to see how Artifice magic plays. There you go.
There's the class.
Yep, the gear.
And there's the animal.
And the bumblebee is the power side for Artifice.
This is what
Artifice is the first dice power that's really kind of dependent upon using its dice power. So I know on Saturday when Kyle and I play, I'm pretty excited to give Issa's deck a try and see kind of how this Artifice stuff works. The cards feel weak unless you use the dice power to charge them up, and I'm just very curious as to how that's actually going to play out.
Okay, now let's move on to the cards.
So it looks like all that's left in here is cards. Let's see. We have this. This does come with an insert. You guys can see this. So a little box insert here that'll fit on this side. But it'll fit your cards pretty nicely here. It looks like unsleeved. It might fit sleeved cards.
It probably will. You want to touch that?
I don't know, but it'll also fit your dice over here. So let's take a look here first at the whatever this deck is. It says, I think this is the Errata pack. Let me show it up here if I can get it to without the glare. It's really hard because it's so bright. Yeah, so the Errata pack, this says, this pack of cards contains all cards that have been received an official errata during releases of Ashes Reborn. Includes those from the Frostwild Scourge, the Spawn of Shadowwreck, and new errata implemented for the release of Ashes Ascendancy. If you're new to Ashes and are receiving this pack in your starter set, ignore these cards. If you own any of the Ashes expansions from which these cards were originally printed, replace them with these copies. To stay up to date with Ashes news, FAQs, organized play, visit ashesdb.platagames.com. So all of these cards, so you get a full pack of everything that's been errated. And there's quite a bit of stuff here. Now, a lot of this, so yeah, it looks like they kind of split it out into cards that were errated for balance reasons, which are these top ones, and then another pack of cards that was errated for the rules changes, or well, not really the rules changes, but the text changes that Nick wanted to implement, starting with Ashes Ascendancy to kind of uncomplicate the game a little bit.
And we are going to test if
so,
this fits sleeve cards. All right, Ashes
quick.
Myth. Does this fit sleeve cards? This is a random sleeve deck.
That's a 60 card Lorcana deck.
It does kind of fit sleeves.
It does look like if your Ashes deck is sleeved, it'll just barely squeeze in there.
Barely squeeze. It's a tiny. Those are double sleeves.
My Lorcana deck.
These are double sleeve too.
They are double sleeve. So if you have regular sleeve cards, it probably will fit just fine.
They will 100% fit. Double sleeves can fit.
So here is the errata pack. I'll try and keep it down here low. So we have Brennan Blackcloud. I have two Phoenixborn cards for Brennan with the new stats and ability. 2 copies of Rimia as well. And this is pretty cool. They're giving you like 2 of these so that, you know, if you both wanted to play Rimia or Brennan, I guess, right, you could do that. Molten Gold. So these were errated a while back. It was banned for a while, and then finally Errata to just place 3 wounds on a card rather than or a unit rather than any unit or Phoenixborn. So Enchanted Violinist is here, and I think this card. You read Song of Sorrow. Do an token control destroy the entire opponent. This is top of the draw pile. So I think this wasn't a balance errata. This was this card was changed with Reborn.
Panda the Panda says you get 2 because in the RR cycle everyone got a single copy of each Phoenix.
Right. Good call, Fred. Good call.
Nice
So 3 Enchanted Violinist, 3 out Owl the Conjuration. That was errata back toward the beginning of the Red Rain cycle.
Says no. This was to fix the wonky trigger on a trigger.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just it's not a balance errata. It's like a weird ruling errata that we have to clean up. Here's Ice Trap, so that got changed to a frog cost instead of a leaf. So you got 3 of those.
And Northern Panda says Enchanted Violinist was in the same situation as Void Pulse.
Yep, and Void Pulse is lower down here. So I thought all the balance ones were on top, but I guess they're mixing a little bit. Here's the Emperor Lion. That was errata, I think, last set or very close to around there. The Salamander Monk Spirits are here that were changed as well. Luminous Seedling and Indiglo Creeper. Indiglo Creeper is errata down to 1 Conjuration copy. Luminous Seedling, I think, is one of those trigger things as well that Fred was talking about. So you have 3 of those and 3 Summon Fallen books, which just got an errata last set. One book. Okay. All right, so more of these, rolling errata. So Chain Creations, you get 3 here. I'm just going to read through real quick, make sure it doesn't do. Yeah, it does the same thing. Just kind of trying to clear up some rolling interactions. 3 Return to Soil. Like Fred mentioned, 3 Void Pulse. Those are here. Reimagine was changed so that you can get the die off at the end of the round. And then the Charm and the Divine Magic cards are here. I thought Royal Charm was going to be in this pack, actually. You guys in the chat, let me know if I'm wrong. I thought Royal Charm was a card that made its way into the errata pack, but I don't see it in my pack here. So anyway, that was the errata pack. Pretty cool that you get, catch up a new player that, bought into just the starter set with some errata cards. That way they don't have to go back and buy all the Red Ring stuff if they don't want to, just to get the right versions of the cards. But the only thing left is the decks. It is not a new Phoenixborn. It looks like an alternate art Rowan Umberend, which is on top of this. I don't think I realized we were getting this.
We're a content creator now. We get exclusive stuff.
If I can ever open it, I'll show you guys.
Need some scissors?
No, there's a thing right here to open it. I just can't grab it. There it goes. Yeah, this is just an alt. There's a couple alt arts in here, so we'll show those to everybody.
So this is the Roman.
Maybe I did know we were getting this, but I forgot. Was there an art contest or something for these?
And this is the Odette.
Okay, yeah, the Odette is in the Summoner Wars art style, which I do remember them talking about that we were going to get something in the Summoner Wars style art.
Yeah, those are cool.
Rowan, I don't think is in. I don't think this is Summoner Wars art. I think this is different.
This is definitely Summoner Wars art.
Yeah, the Odette is certainly in the Summoner Wars style. This Rowan is sweet though.
Here's the
That's a really awesome card.
Here's the new PvE.
Yeah, there's the Dragonborn. We've seen her. So Scarlet or Skatha Kalani, Dragonborn adorned in feathers. So she'll be our PvE opponent for this set.
And
here's
aspects.
Hold on, here's all. So you get behavior cards just like you do with the Chimera. Also 3 different ready spells. And a couple cards that talk through the phases of play. Those are here. So.
And then the aspects.
Pretty cool.
We got Rapid Flight, which Quick Strike. When this unit is attacking, it deals its damage before units in battle with it.
Yep. So a 2/1 with Quick Strike. 3 of those. Aegis Feathers, so 3 of these.
Aegis Feathers does.
I'll read.
When this unit is destroyed, remove
Or
one
not.
exhaustion token from the leftmost aspect on this battlefield.
So it kind of readies up some of her guys.
Radiant Flash.
Radiant Flash, when a 2/1/1 comes into play, target opponent has to lower power dice 2 levels, or the Dragonborn gets a status token. 3 Bird Hunters, 3/3/2s with Overkill 1. There's a Bird Hunter. Let's see, 3 of
You
those.
did not show them the Radiant Flash.
I thought you did.
I did
All
not.
right. Art, I mean, the Ashes art's always sweet, but they seem exceptionally
Dang,
good.
that looks good.
Dragon Rage, you show.
The Dragon Rage.
When this unit declares an attacker, place 1 status token on the Dragonborn, 4/3/2. So that's a big boy.
Big boy. Tap 4.
There.
Jeez.
There's 4 of those? No, there's 3 of those. Just 3. 3 of all these.
Seer.
Yeah,
At the start
Seer.
of the Dragonborn's turn, remove 1 status token from this unit to deal 1 damage to the opposing player.
So this thing burns you, and you get 3 of these. It's a 3/2/2. And then there's this stamina card.
Stamina.
So like there's stamina is, again, you guys can't see because of the glare. Stamina 0, stamina 1, stamina 2, stamina 3. And so these are the fatigue rules for the Dragonborn. Right, to go in here. So when the draw pile becomes empty, do something and based on their stamina level.
We got some new units and a Phoenix Born.
Yep, that's next. Again, you know, everyone has seen these mostly. But
First, we're gonna get into
never know if,
Orange set.
yeah,
So
there's
that's
Onyx.
the
So
Phoenix Born.
we'll do the Astral deck first.
We got 3 Aerial
You
Strikes.
show, I'll read. So just in case you're here for you've never seen these cards for the first time, Aerial Strike. Side action, 1 basic. If your Phoenix Born has an Astral die on it, deal 4 damage to a target unit opponent controls. So both of these die powers, by the way, are dice that go onto units when you side action use them. Where's the dice power things? Here we go. So we have our standard dice power cards that come
Standard.
and everything. So the Astral Magic. Hold on, Luke. The Astral Magic power, which is where? So I have 2 Artifice ones here. So where's my? Did you already take my Astral power thing somewhere?
Put them back. Oh, they're there.
No, these cards
Oh, those?
that talk about the.
Oh, these are
dice.
in. I think they were in here. I think they're in
Oh, I found them here. They're buried in the middle. So the Astral Dice power, place it on a unit or a Phoenix Born you control. After a card with an Astral die on it is dealt damage, exhaust it to prevent 1 damage from being received. So it kind of works as a little shield. So you can put that on your Phoenix Born, right, and use it with this Aerial Strike card. So 1, it prevents the damage from your Phoenix Born, but also Aerial Strike just deals 4 damage to a target unit. That's pretty solid.
It looks like we have a new summon book too.
Yep. So.
Summon the Frost
So
Tower.
we get Summon Frost Talon. So 1 class Artifice die to put a Frost Talon onto the battlefield. Put that there. And here's a Frost Talon.
This is what a Frost Town looks like.
And it's just a 1/1 with stock, which we haven't seen a unit that small with stock. So that'll be interesting to see how these work. I mean, stock is a darn good ability, so be interesting to have a small thing, especially if you can buff up the strength a little bit.
Actually.
No, Stellar Oracle.
Oh,
So the next, and then another summon book, Summon Stellar Oracle. This is 1 class and 1 basic for a Stellar Oracle. And here's one of those.
It is a 2/2/0 with divination.
Yep, you get 2 of these. 2/2 with Divination 2. When this unit comes into play, draw 2. If you do, place a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. So we've seen how good Twilight Alchemist is in the Sympathy set, right? Twilight Alchemist obviously only costs 1 die, but very similar. It might be the same effect, as a matter of fact. I can't remember exactly how Twilight Alchemist card is worded, but yeah, draw 2, put 1 back seems pretty good on a repeatable unit.
We actually got Whirlwind.
Another ready spell for Aaron. Whirlwind, side action, and one class.
Not a special card, so you can use this.
Astral to play. Yep. Main action, lower 2 dice and a target opponent's active pool 1 level. And then draw a card if your Phoenixborn has an Astral die on it. So some direct spin down here and potentially draw if you have an Astral die in your Phoenixborn. The spin down ready spells haven't been super strong. They've seen fringe play here and there.
Now we're getting into the
But
units.
we'll see.
First off,
Skybreak Captain. Here's an ally. This is a knight class ally. 1 power, 1 class, 1 basic, all astral.
Big boy.
It's a play, 3/3/2 with uplift. When this unit comes into play, place an astral die from your exhausted pool onto it. So it automatically comes into play with an astral die, which is going to give it, for all intents and purposes, an extra life. And then aerial command, side action, aerial command 1, excuse me. Side action does not exhaust. If this unit has an astral die on it, increase the attack value of another unit you control by 1 for the remainder of the turn. So as long as this thing has the astral die, it just keeps boosting something with a side action. It doesn't exhaust to do that. And now we should note, don't think it's optional to get rid of an astral die. If you take damage, you have to exhaust it, right? So the opponent has some agency to get rid of that astral die on this guy, but still pretty cool.
Next up, we got the Cirrus Ranger.
Yeah, Cirrus Ranger. So a 2-die ally, 1 class, 1 basic.
2/2.
Main action to put this guy 2/2/1 with aerial ambush 1. When it comes into play, if your Phoenixborn has an astral die on it, deal 1 damage to target Phoenixborn and opponent controls, and lower 1 die and that target opponent's active pool 1 level. So this is a kind of an upgraded fire archer, but only if your Phoenixborn has an astral die on it. So again, these decks really play into using the dice power. It's actually both of them.
Next, we got the Javelineer.
Javelineer, which is an old Summoner Wars unit title, and one of my favorites for the Sand Goblins back in the day. And it's a 1/1/1 ally with costing 1 astral power to play. We have Frost Throw, deal damage, or main action exhaust. Deal damage to a target unit and opponent controls equal to this unit's attack value. So kind of like Quick Strike, but just kind of in a different way, right? Again, if you can boost this thing up, you can just use it to take guys out. And it's actually better than Quick Strike, right? Because they can't guard. You're just doing the damage to it. So this is a really cool unit. I'll be interested to see this thing. Like a massive growth on Javelineer seems nuts.
Next, we got an action spell, Retreat.
So Shira McGavin has no patience.
I do not.
An action spell. So Retreat. Side action, no die cost. Return an exhausted ally you control and any cards attached to it to their owner's hands. So just bounce a guy. We've seen a couple of bounce spells in Ashes. They haven't been super good, but cards like Rally the Troops have seen some play. But this is an interesting effect. And to get some use out of the come into play effects on some cards repeatedly for no dice, right, we'll be good. I mean, we've seen Brennan's Change of Heart card do some work. So that'll be interesting. Now everybody can have an effect like that.
Next, we have a reaction spell.
Here's a reaction.
Dodge.
So this is Dodge. Reaction for 1 astral power. Play this spell after an opponent declares attackers. Place an astral die from your exhausted pool onto a unit you control, so you get to cheat a die. For the remainder of the turn, astral dice you control do not exhaust when preventing damage. So you could have multiple astral dice out on the board and use multiple guys to block or block 1 and take a damage on your Phoenixborn, and those astral dice will stick around. So that's a pretty cool reaction. Last card
is the Gust
in the astral deck, Gust Spear. So we have an alteration here. This is obviously pairs up with a Javelineer pretty nicely. Side action, 1 class, attack +1, and when attaching this spell, spin down 2 dice 1 level. So a pretty cool effect on the come into play. And if you bounce it with Retreat, you can, obviously play the Gust Spear again and get the effect again. It's a side action, so you can side action play it, main action use the Javelineer's ability. So that's pretty cool. And let's see the last set of stuff we have here. is the Artifice deck. So here's the dice power card again. So we get 2 of those. Side action power, place this die on a card you control. A card with an Artifice die on it is considered to be charged. That's all the dice power does. So we're going to talk through in here. You have to refer to the cards, right? Each card is going to say basically when it's charged, do an extra thing.
Okay.
So
Are you ready for the
we'll walk through.
Phoenixborn?
Let's go.
First up, Phoenixborn, Issa Brightmore.
So here's Issa. I'm going to hold her up like this. Issa Brightmore. You've seen her card before.
Yep.
18 life, 5/5 stats, which are pretty darn good. And inspiration, side action, exhaust 1 Artifice class. Draw 2 cards. Place an Artifice die from your exhausted pool onto a card you control. So kind of cheats a die into play, sort of. Really, it's like you do an Artifice die power and draw 2 cards, which again, pretty cool. Right, so a lot of card draw in the last few sets of Ashes.
And we got her special card, Brilliant Display.
Oh, my dog is climbing on me. Uno has entered the chat. You guys
Unpaid entry number 3.
guys can't quite see him because he's not under the.
Yes, there's an unpaid entry number 3.
Excuse me, under the camera.
Yes, there's an unpaid entry number 3.
He is here. He's unpaid. Oh, there he's sneaking into the frame. So brilliant display. Main action, 1 basic. Move your hand. I can't read. Resolve the following effect once for each Artifice die on cards you control, and deal 1 damage to a target unit opponent control. So, you just hit guys for as many damage as you have Artifice dice. You can hit the same unit a bunch of times if you want. But again, got to have a lot of Artifice dice on the board to make this thing work.
Okay, and starting off with
Put these down like this.
Summon Spark
All
Drone.
right, so yeah, first ready spell, summon Spark Drone.
You guys can see unpaid entry number 3 on
And
the
he's
table
in here.
now. He's sniffing.
Ready spell, 1 class Artifice to put a Spark Drone on the board. And if this spell is charged, meaning if the actual ready spell has a die on it, an Artifice die, you get to change 2 dice in your pool to a side of your choice. So little benefit there for actually charging this spell. And then you get 3 Spark Drones. So you want to show a Spark Drone, Luke?
Looks like a combination with a B movie and this.
Yeah, it's the little bee here. It's just a 0/2 with unit guard. So the cheapest unit guard we've seen, I believe, Gilder has the book tax and comes in with a damage delta something. But yeah, so 1 die 0/2 unit guard is interesting. I'll be interested to see if this thing sees play. It's going to be difficult because Artifice dice don't really feel like they're very splashable. You kind of need a few, like to be a heavy Artifice investment to get enough dice for the dice power, but we'll see. Here's our next ready spell. This one got a lot of talk in the chat in Discord when it was spoiled. Summon Thunder Hulk.
Thunder Hulk.
So 1 class and 1 basic to get a Thunder Hulk on the board. Here's those. And the Thunder Hulk themselves, you get 2 of these. Here, Luke. Put this down. So Thunder Hulk is a 3/3 for 2 dice, which seems nuts until you realize that it's dormant. It cannot attack unless it's charged. So it can sit there and defend, but you have to actually get an Artifice die on it to attack. But it also has Overkill 1. So if you can find a way to cheat an Artifice die on this thing, then I mean, it's really, really good for its cost. And even at 3 dice, if you have to pay for it, a 3 dice 3/3 with Overkill 1 is still decent.
I know.
Next ready spell here, bud.
Yep.
You taking this? So this one's really interesting to me. I reconfigure. A side action doesn't cost anything. And side action exhaust, move an Artifice die from a card you control into another card. So this feels like a really high skill ceiling card. How are we going to be able to take advantage of get multiple uses out of these Artifice dice that we have in play, and use it on a card, and then attack with a Thunder Hulk, and then bounce it to something else, and use the same die to get another trigger.
Chat's been pretty quiet then.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. They're here, and they'll watch later if they're
Watch.
not around. But I'm really curious to see if that's the card that we kind of need to use well to make Artifice work. And then another ready spell. So Issa does have a 5 spell board, so a bunch of ready spells here. This is supercharged. So side action and a class to put on the board. And then side action exhaust. No activation cost. If this spell is charged, add 2 to the attack value of a target unit from end of the turn. So this is a strengthen that costs half the dice to put in play, but it only works on charged cards. So again, this could be really interesting. JS asking in chat what the errata was to the divine and charm dice rule cards. I believe it's just so that they exhaust into your exhausted pool at the end of the round, and maybe that's why. Let's see here. Well, no, it's not. I'm wrong about that. So I'll read the charm magic card out. It says side action 1 snake. Place this die on a target unit an opponent controls. The attack value of a unit with a charm die on it is reduced by 1. A unit cannot have more than 1 charm die on it. And then the divine card says the same exact thing, except it says increased by 1. So I actually don't know what it used to say. I'd have to go back and find my other rule. They're buried down in my basement somewhere. To know exactly what these changed by. Shadow Plaid Hat sent me an early sample copy so that I could put it on the podcast and create some content with it.
Make decks.
So hence why we're doing an unboxing now. And Kyle and I are going to play some games soon to stream and get some content up early of some PvP action.
And we accidentally revealed that we have a third unpaid intern.
Yeah, we do. He's just on here.
He's a big scrub.
Yeah, Uno's here. He's got to have attention, or else he gets
upset. His payment is dog treats.
It is. All right, but I will. JS, I'll go into the Discord later once I. Actually, maybe I can pull them up. Let's do some.
Who this thing?
I pull this up here.
Googling.
I'm gonna pull up Ashes.live and see if I can read the divine and charm bull cards.
Jess says, thank you for reading that. Looks like they removed the part to remove them because I think that's cool.
Yeah, that's right. So that could be why Royal Charm isn't in the errata pack, because the rule got changed to remove the dice at the end of the round, and that was done so that you didn't have to worry about stuff like Royal Charm. So that's got to be what's going on. Thanks, Jess.
All right. Next card, Systems Drafter.
Systems Drafter. So here's that art we were talking about in the rulebook at the beginning. This is a card that got a lot of chat as well. 1 class die to play this lady. 1/1/1 with Rethink 1. When this unit comes into play, remove 1 exhaustion token from a ready spell you control. So really cool ability here. I mean, this is kind of a splashable card.
Cool Walter says, cool, have fun with it and have fun with the Dragonborn.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get, since I have the cards, I don't play a lot of PvE, but I think Luke and I will probably try and get a PvE game in against the Dragonborn and stream it so that
thank y'all for doing this video.
Oh, absolutely, man. Our pleasure.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we'll get a game in with the Dragonborn just so we can do all of the pre-release content creation that we have.
Thank you guys for having us be.
What's the dog doing here? It's a good question, Svendrix. He comes in the box. Yeah, when you unbox your starter set, you get a Labradoodle right out of the box with it. Right, Uno? Come with every one. Oh, now he doesn't like that.
No, he's standing up. He's standing up. He's on you. Oh, no.
All right, a couple more cards to go through. So we have Recharge.
Yep.
Here with
Here,
this is an action spell. Costs 1 power side and a discard cost. If you discard a card to play this. Remove 1 exhaustion token and 2 wound tokens from a charged card you control. So this is one of the cheapest refresh spells we've seen. Usually the main or the going rate, right, for a refresh spell is too nice. But
said a little
Super Auto Pets preview. Dude, if Udo's in Super Auto Pets, I'm here for it. I get my Labradoodle as a card in there.
Special abilities, zoomies. Special abilities, zoomies.
But yeah, so again, only works on charged cards, like a lot of these Astral or Artifice cards do, but that's cheap and you can get a pretty good benefit out of it and heal the thing.
All right, next card.
So here's a reaction barrier. So 1 power side. Play the spell after a charged card you control is dealt damage. Prevent 3 damage from being received. So, I mean, this thing, you can imagine them crescendoing you and you just block it with a barrier. It's pretty good. I guess not as good as Fate Reflection, but still pretty good. And then the last card is the Epic Thunder Suit. An alteration spell on a unit, class and basic to play it. +2, +2, +1. So super big stats here. When attaching the spell, place an Artifice die from your exhausted pool onto an attached unit. So you get big stat boost of 2/2/1, and you get to cheat an Artifice die. So I really do like Thundersuit. I think that's one of the cooler cards in this set. But here you go. That's the entire Artifice deck. Now we've gone through the Astral deck, the Artifice deck, gone through the Dragonborn deck. Make sure there's nothing else inside this insert. We'll kind of see how this fits in here, just so you guys can see what's in the box. So this, just a standard cardboard insert comes out, fits right back in. Yes, sir.
What song are we singing for the Jankfest this year?
That's a great question, Luke, and I don't know the answer to that yet. We're gonna have to see what that is when it comes around.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I think we should sing either rocking around the Astral dice, or
Rocking around the Astral dice.
rocking around the Astral dice.
I mean, it does kind of flow. We'll have to see. But anyway, guys, I think that's it. We have unboxed the entirety of Ashes Ascendancy. Thank you guys for hanging out at our cracking unboxing.
Rolling around
Rolling
the
around.
Astral.
Yeah, rolling around the
Rolling
Astral
around
dice. There you go.
the Astral dice.
I like it, man.
In the Gen Con 5.
All right, guys. We'll be back in a couple of days. Like I said, I think this weekend Kyle's planning on coming over to get some PvP games in.
Yeah.
So we'll do that, get it on the stream, and then one of these nights, Luke and I will do as long as I can get him to do it, a game against the Dragonborn. We'll have to read up on the rules and figure out how to actually fight this lady. But
and yeah, everyone, before we end the stream, thank you all so much for getting us to be a big enough content creator to get early content. Thank you all
the
so
Jankyard
much.
is super
Yeah.
stoked to be able to get early content. Shout out to you guys.
If y'all are not janky, you're stanky.
That is true. And
Frog up.
all right, frog up, wolf down, all the things, total power. I don't know if we've ever finalized our new owl and bee things. If we have, I forget what they are. We're gonna have to get back into those. But
You left an owl, right?
no, not gonna work. All right, guys.
If you're not
Take it
janky, you're
easy.
stanky.
We'll see
Frog
ya.
up.